where are we going from here? So we've talked about kind of, okay, what are we going to do when there's marginal hail? What are we going to do when there's quite, a lot of lichen? Now we're talking about you're in an area that's picked over a little bit, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. So two strategies for this. One is accepting the fact that you're probably going to have to do a little bit more legwork to get those deals. Okay. So first is just acceptance. This is just the environment that you're in. It's a little bit later in the year. But the blessing is this time of year, you're slowly going to be one of the only guys out there. And there's a lot of people that still need the roofs done. So even though we walk into a neighborhood and we feel like, geez, there's like signs in every other yard and that roof looks new and whatever. I talk about this a lot. And so you might have heard me say this, but I say it all the time. There's three groups of people when it comes to anything new that happens in society, okay?
Yeah.
So if a hailstorm hits, there's the early adopters. Those are the people that call you up right away. They wave you over. They see you in the driveway, and they're like, hey, come here. Do you want to take a look at mine? Those are the early adopters. They jump on board right away. Then there's the bandwagoners. Those are the majority, the average person who kind of like waits a little bit. They want to see if their neighbors are doing it, and then after they see a couple neighbors, then they jump on board. Then you've got the
I'm solidly in that second wave.
Right.
That's where we're at.
Exactly, bandwagoner effect, and even then, after that, you've got the late adopters, and those are the people that they just didn't trust anybody, and they're like, nope, and they just shut their door. They draw their blinds until like October, November rolls around, and then they're peeking out their windows. Oh, I see that like 20 roofs got done in my neighborhood. Maybe there's something. And if you can crack those people by still being there at that time, then you have a whole group of people that you can harvest on, okay?
Okay.
So that's kind of the thing. And then you're going to be doing a lot of urgency. You're implementing a lot of urgency. When you do talk to these people, it's like, hey, Mrs. Jones, I know that like when the storm hit on May 15th, shit was crazy. Okay, you probably don't say shit at the door, Maybe you do. I don't know. You're like, things got really crazy around here. I know there were a ton of like roofers that came in from out of town and people kind of got scared. And a lot of people got their roofs done and stuff like that. But a lot of people just kind of waited for the dust to settle. And here we are, though, toward the end of the year, and we're in Connecticut. We actually have winter here. And sometimes people think, well, if I had damage, I would have known by now, or well, I'll just wait till spring. But the problem is, May 15th, that means like we've got October, November, December, January, February, March, all winter months. Most people are not getting up on roofs at that time. We're certainly not fixing roofs at that time most of the time because it's very risky for us to pull a roof off when we could have a blizzard tomorrow, right? And so we are kind of running out of time here a little bit. This is kind of like the last sweep before winter starts to happen. A lot of people just figured they were fine. They didn't have leaks, something like that. But the fact is, hail doesn't cause leaks. Like, you can see when your car is damaged, but you can't tell when your roof is damaged because it's way up there. And you're talking about little bruises all over the shingles. And it doesn't leak right away. Unless you got like crazy wind with it and it rips off shingles, it's really hard to see if you actually have damage. But look at all these neighbors around here. Like, there was quite a bit of damage in your neighborhood, and we're just making sure nobody gets left behind here. It's better safe than sorry to just get a free inspection. I'm not going to tell you you have damage if you don't, because I'm not a roof salesman. I'm not going to try to sell your roof. If you don't have damage up there, I'm going to tell you so, because it's a waste of my time. But considering all the houses around you that have been damaged, like it's a better safe than sorry thing. I'm going to be doing my last sweep here this week. I can pop by on Tuesday at 4, or would 6 o'clock work better for you guys? Okay, so your approach is going to be really important too. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.